Hi.
Hi, Dan.
Hi. Hey there, Josh. And I'm Dan.
Hi.
And welcome to Gaggers, the best podcast in all of America and the world for that matter. The only number one gaming-related podcast in which we gag on lollipops the entire time. I am joined today by my co-host, Joshua Thomas.
That's me. Hi. How you doing? More importantly, how are you, Dan? How have you been? What with the
Let's not talk about that. Premium lollygagging we got for you tonight. Let's kick this shit right the fuck off the side of the boat. I think Josh has a little video for me.
Okay. So I've been hyping this up. Recently, me and Nick filmed a bunch of episodes of The Fold for Disney Week. Well, it's the 10 days of Disney. It's tons of Disney stuff. And there's something that happened during recording that I knew I absolutely had to share with Dan on this podcast. So, Dan, I'm sending you that right now on Skype if you wanted to accept the file.
Fantastic. What are we going to do while this transfers?
Probably should have thought this through. 46 minutes remaining. Well...
Alright, which leads us into our next made-up game on the spot.
Well, we've got some real ones we could play.
Game Who, in which Josh and I play out a random scenario and
I have a better name for this.
Okay.
So you told me what we're going to do. Well,
first off, impossible, but let's hear it.
Okay. You told me that we're going to pretend somebody is a waiter in a restaurant and they have to guess what video game character they're waiting on.
Well, a random scenario. That was an example.
Okay, well then my name doesn't work. My name doesn't work, but I was going to say it should be called Guest-Tarant.
All right. Well, this episode, it's called Guest-Tarant.
So, Dan, you're going to be the character, and I'm going to be the waiter, because Lord knows that's where my future is going anyway, so I might as well start to know everything, get the hang of the ropes there.
All right. Oh, okay. I see your other picture now that you sent where my face lined up on a model.
Yeah. Happy little accident there. Should I just put this video on the Google Drive?
You can do whatever you want to that thing. We're not seeing it.
Yeah. We will. This is... Why is it taking 40 minutes? What kind of dial-up internet are you on?
All right, just share
it.
Anyway.
By the way, it's 7 megabytes for God's sakes. Go to the Google Drive. It's right in there in Josh and Dunmo, our folder. We're so unorganized this episode. What a train wreck. They're all train wrecks, but at least they're organized train wrecks. This is an unorganized train wreck.
Yeah, it's more like a train and submarine wreck.
Like,
how did a train find its way to a submarine? Well, gotta watch this finish out.
Let me know if you found that and that you are downloading it. This is the podcast where you get to listen to two idiots sending files back.
Gaggers, the finest podcast in which we don't do anything. It's not our job. Fuck off. Is this the right one? 201600205.
Yeah, that's the one. You should be able to download that really quick.
I'm watching it. You fucking idiot.
How much do you love that?
Oh, God. How much did you have to pay that cameraman to get that perfect?
Oh,
this
my
perfect
God.
ass home improvement moment. I love John. Oh, God. I love Nick's attempt to remedy the situation.
Which is what? Watching
just kind of extending his left hand a couple centimeters.
So we should explain to them.
Actually,
what we're looking at.
he wasn't. Hang on, he wasn't even looking at you. It was like he was trying to make sure his coffee didn't spill.
Yeah.
Okay, so Josh is filming his episode of The Fold here, and oh my God, look at you!
That's the best present you can ever have. That's your birthday and Christmas present for this year in one.
Oh man. Oh fuck. Okay.
Well, explain it to him.
So, well, first off, Josh is dressed up as Peter Pan,
which makes it so much better.
And he's on his, and he's the timing is so good. Yep. Oh my God! So he just falls off a box, and he knocks over what I'm assuming is a fold-up dinner table, not a tripod, or else this wouldn't have happened.
Knocked over
he
the
just
camera.
knocks the camera over in the most perfectly garbagey, like, sitcom, like, oh, they fell over and they knocked the camera over too. Whoa. What's that? Mom came in with a bunch of plates. Whoop! Banana peel. Like, that's exactly what this looks like. It's so perfect.
So,
Man,
yeah,
you captured a goddamn... I'm making a gif of this.
So here's the best part about it. Are you ready? This is the best part. Just take everything in. Just imagine Josh trying so hard to do something special. And this isn't even the first thing that went wrong with filming those, by the way. For one thing, we couldn't get the controllers to fucking sync properly to play the Super Nintendo games and Steam games, Castle of Illusion. So I spent a good 30 minutes trying to get that to work, and then randomly it just decided to work. Like I was trying to change the input to it, and it wasn't going. So that was really frustrating. And I tested it before Nick even came here. So for some reason it wasn't working. I was just like, my God. And then, what else happened? There was a bunch of other crap that happened. We couldn't find Nick's wig, which is quite the sentence.
Where was it?
In a bag. In another bag, separate from the Peter Pan and Captain Hook costumes, in a different storage bag.
That's where it should be.
And then just that. And by the way, that hurt a lot. I mean, I'm sitting on this goddamn crate, cross-legged, with nothing covering. Like I was just wearing tights, so there's no nothing was even padding on my ass for 4 hours. Oh yeah, and up along my side of my back. And it just, oh my God. And it's so great when you think about this desperate guy who's trying so hard to be entertaining.
Oh yeah, if I made a gif of this, it would go viral as fuck. Are you kidding me? If only there was something like just one little stinger, right? Oh, that's a hard drive in the Wii U. Oh, but if there's just one little stinger object to leave us to go out on this. You know, like it ends on like a dildo or something.
Yeah, it did. That's what I landed on.
Oh, okay.
But it's just like, man, I see what Lamar Wilson does now. This is why Lamar Wilson doesn't try, or Justine, or anybody else.
Yeah, because you can't compete.
Why nobody builds a giant fucking set of Captain Hook's ship and tries to do anything like this, because there's no point. You just fall off the crate and it gets 100 views. In the end.
Yep.
The hundreds of dollars and hundreds of hours just wasted because nobody's going to watch it and you fell off the crate anyways. Mm-hmm. And I learned a lot from this.
Good.
I really did.
A cat can steal a piece of pizza and make you a millionaire, so I don't know what you're trying to pull.
Right. I'm just going to start staging animal videos. My God. But that was that, Dan. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I thought you would. And, yeah. So it's time for another episode in which we play Sweet and Sour. Dan, we're going to play some Sweet and Sour now. Mm-hmm. Your favorite game, because it means that you actually have to go to Google and find an image.
Yep, because I didn't do that already.
No, you didn't. So anyways, I'll kick it off, though. Here is your first Sweet or Sour. Let me know if that makes you sweet or sour. This is really just us sending stupid pictures to each other at this point.
Well, listen, you're blowing the fucking guys, so I don't know where you're... And I like how you claim your pictures are better than mine. This is a picture of, well... I don't know. I'm going to have to get a lawyer or something to decide what you're trying to do to me with this one. But it's
What's
a duck.
The picture?
It's like duck nuts. It's like a duck that's got a big old butt that also looks like nuts because the whole duck has been feathered. What on
so
earth?
Did that make you sweet or sour?
I don't want to talk about it. So definitely sweet. That was a nice sweetener to my life.
There's another one for you. What's that do for you? What is it,
going
Dan?
on there?
It is a Minecraft cosplay gone wrong. In other words, a Minecraft cosplay.
Right.
Did that make you sweet or sour?
That one just is a nice room temperature glass of water is what that one is. All right, Josh.
Yeah?
Does this picture make you feel sweet or sour?
Well, it's downloading. This makes me... I'm trying to figure out what you meant by sending this.
Right.
It makes me feel sweet.
But
nothing. It's a beautiful woman's backside. And she's showing her butt. And she's on a tropical setting. And there's a big palm tree.
And where are you?
Okay. I see what you're doing. I'm in Gray, Illinois in the beginning of February. Because you won't go to Florida with me.
That's not why.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, here's my final one for sweet and sour. You've angered me now. That was sour. That was sour. I changed my vote. What do you think of that one?
Ooh, this is a real sweet one. That's a baby cake.
Yeah,
It's a little baby doll that's stuck into a floral cake that also looks like the world a little bit. Or maybe this baby's morbidly obese and is just kind of like stuck on its back.
It's morbidly obese, but only in its
shape
back.
Now, which would make me very sour and afraid.
Cooking babies. That's a Who's Your Daddy reference there for you.
Oh, nice. Well done on that one. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So unless Dan has a second picture, it's gonna end sweet or sour. Do you have a second picture or no?
Of course I do.
Oh, okay.
Let me just Google another picture of something.
Okay. In the meantime, I just want to let everybody know that my wounds are healing from the Peter Pan accident. It was actually very devastating, and I was so happy though. Nothing got broken. Like I was so sure that there was gonna. I was so sure I was gonna turn around. The set would be in pieces, and the back wall would be ripped, and like the lighting would be broken. It was like, oh, nothing's wrong. So it was kind of nice to be able to just scrape the blood off of me and get right back to work.
All right, Josh, does this picture make you feel? Well, it's not loaded for you. Sweet or sour?
My God! How do they figure? It is a really rancid sketch of Tim Allen.
Rancid.
I don't even know how to. It looks like Tim Allen if he were on Dr. Katz, that old show on Comedy Central.
Good call there. That's perfect.
Tim Allen on Dr. Katz. He's all wiggly and old and really just not happy looking.
That is the recipe for that image. Taking Tim Allen and putting him on Dr. Katz. Mm-hmm. Man, I am not done with this video of you, by the way. This is just... Oh, God. Just the stutter. Like the... Oh, God. Someone would pay you a lot of money to be able to recreate this camera shot every time.
See,
where it stutters like three times, and then it falls.
I've got to watch the camera now because I've never watched the camera, and that's all you can talk about.
God, it's so perfect.
It does. The only thing that would have been better is if this is a home improvement episode.
Yeah.
And I like how even
and then you fall. And the screen breaks, and then it goes.
It's just so great because of just the setting is brilliant too, because it's such a fucking elaborate setting. And then
it goes right from there. Well, anything that shows the offset stuff is just gold immediately.
Yeah. But just look at it like before, how perfect everything is, and it's just like, my God, lighting and everything, and then it just boom, it all falls right there.
What a metaphor! What a metaphor! Quick question: when you decorate for Halloween and Christmas and stuff, you take off all that Nintendo shit from your back wall, right? Or do you just put stuff over it?
It goes over it.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Because I would have just been amazed if you took all that down, put the Halloween stuff up, and then put that stuff back up.
No, like right now that the painting of Neverland, that's just actually over the controllers.
Right.
I painted it on the floor. Insane. I painted it on the floor because I didn't want it to go through. But yeah. So that is that. Dan, we're going to move on now and forget about my wounds and my just disappointments. And we're going to play everybody's favorite feature, including Dan's, questions for...
Yay!
Dan! It is time once again.
This is my favorite part of life right now.
Okay, that's good to know. I'll tell you when I have a favorite part of life. The end.
Call me immediately.
So I have 3 questions for Dan, just like we always do every episode, and Dan has to do his best to answer them. We'll just have a little discussion about them. Dan, what is a number 1 pencil?
Ooh.
I've heard of a number 2 pencil, and that's the one everybody
Right.
always tells you to use. What's a number 1 pencil?
Is the number 1 pencil better than the number 2s? And if so, like, how does that make me feel about having to use the number 2
use the number
pencil my
2
whole
all the
life?
time. What is that saying? Like that we're not worthy of number. And if the number 1 is worse than the number 2, as we are often led to believe, why is the number 1?
Led to believe.
Yeah. Good joke, Dan.
Thank you.
So what is a number 1? I mean, Googling it is kind of cheating, but sure. This isn't Dan Google stuff for Josh. It's questions for Dan.
Well, you'll be elated to know I wasn't Googling it. I was just pulling a little bit of this up. And we're putting it away. I don't know. I think the number of pencil means something about it, and I think I even knew this at one point.
And you've forgotten.
Number 2, I guess it's just the consistency of the lead that's in there.
Maybe that's it. That's probably it.
I don't think the wood matters a whole lot.
Well, listen, wood matters a whole lot when you're trying to, Were you trying to do your Krusty the Clown laugh?
Well, gosh, Mickey, I still can't do the clown voice.
Why would you go to Goofy from that?
I don't know. So I think to answer the question, I think it's got to do with the lead. And if
Yeah,
not,
that's
we
probably
are
right.
just been blatantly fuckboyed our whole life and been given the shitty pencils and have been none the wiser.
Yep, I think it could be either one of us.
It's very well both of them.
Okay, so here's one. By the way, I saved the question that I think will have the most discussion for last. I don't know if you've noticed this every week yet.
Okay.
So that was one that I thought would have no discussion.
I don't mean to burst your bubble here, but that's kind of the folder I thought we've been reaching into this whole time.
Dan,
Yeah.
is there egg in egg rolls and eggnog?
Eggnog, yes. Egg rolls, yes. Actually,
Okay.
probably not in egg rolls most of the time. Maybe sort of in like the dough thing, whatever that is. There's probably egg involved in that.
Well, then where
I
does
don't know
it
why
get
they
its
call them
name?
egg rolls.
I would imagine it's because that thing's made out of egg, right?
I guess. Egg rolls,
When we talk, do you ever like astro project your mind to another location?
I don't think I've ever not been doing that.
So where are you in your head right now?
I'm on this little Minecraft hill.
Are you playing video games while we're recording this?
No. That's my wallpaper, though. My wallpaper is
Oh.
still that picture I tweeted for our vacation, our Minecraft vacation.
Christmas?
So I'm just digging around. I'm just digging around in there. I'm
Right
actually
now,
trying to get the
I'm-
pumpkins. I can see pumpkins way back there, and I want them pumpkins. So I'm just like over and over trying to make my way over there, but it's an image, and it's just as frustrating as it is delighting in a way.
Wow. Right now, my mind is in the. I'm on the road. I'm walking around on the road by in Sanford, Florida, by the Maru. And like around by the mall. That's where my head is right now, like in that general area.
Oh, well done. You just took me right outside the Olive Garden.
Yep. Oh, there you
Sanford,
go. I
Florida.
can see you from here.
Shit, there you are.
Yep.
Josh.
Look at this.
Josh.
Yep. Got you to Florida one way, fuckboy.
Oh, well, listen, I'll astral project to Florida all you want. That's fine to me.
Okay. Dan.
Yeah.
Final question. Basically, your answer to that was there's egg in both of them?
I get, like, probably at some point. Definitely in the whatever the second thing was. But egg rolls, I guess, like, maybe they would do sort of the egg drop soup kind of eggs and throw a little bit of those in there. But I don't know. That doesn't really warrant calling it an egg roll. So I don't know. I think it's just some pun that has to do with how they're made, I'm assuming. Some
See, now
shit
that I'm
like
thinking
that.
about it, I think I would like an egg roll that had eggs chopped up inside of it.
Yeah,
That'd be
I
good.
mean, really just a breakfast burrito is what we're going for here.
Yeah, but with that crunchy egg roll outer coat. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, grill it up.
Final question. How do cameras work? Follow-up question after that.
Whoa!
Could we ever record our dreams to a DVD?
Huh? I didn't even hear it. You cut out. What did you say? All I heard was DVD.
Could we ever record our dreams to a DVD?
Ooh, sort of. Cameras work basically the same way our eyes work, but with robots.
That is weird.
How does that? Yeah, it's extremely weird.
Can't see. That's one of those things that makes me think maybe this is all just a dream, and I'm actually just a brain in a lab somewhere in like outer space, and this is all just a made-up world that they're making me go through. Because it's like I don't get how a camera could possibly capture a moment in time, a visual thing, and then put it on. Like that makes no sense. That I feel like we can't even talk about it because if we figure it out, like if we figure out that no, there's no way that makes any sense.
They'll just pull the plug on it. Well, too much.
Yank it out and they'll say, "Oh, he found out."
I've had that thought before because, like learning about like universe junk, like because there's like so many rules and it's so simple, and yet it seems really complex to us, but like it's really pretty simple. Of how there's just like there is matter and there isn't matter, and there's this gravity rule. And this energy stuff, I'm like that. I don't know. That doesn't really seem like if you imagine like, oh, this is existence. Ta-da! Here it is, and this is what it's about. You know, you don't really go, well, thanks for all the existence and not existence and gravity in outer space. Like that. That sounds more like just a simulation or a test kind of thing. You know, like our universe seems more like a test tube world that somebody's just kind of stirring around and looking at, you know, more than like, oh yeah, this is it, this is what it's all about, this is the everything. I was like, that doesn't sound like that sounds like a lot of trouble to go through for nothing. Okay, well, I've been dialoguing my moment to myself here for a few minutes as you were scrolling through your Twitter feed.
How deep do you think buttholes are?
Like, pretty deep. Like, we're talking, like, way up there.
Are buttholes really that deep? Like, is there an end to a butthole?
No. It just goes. You found the exit to your dream world. You gotta crawl up my ass.
Wait a minute. I don't know what you're talking about with all the universe stuff, but honest question. This is one that I didn't have planned.
Yeah.
How deep is a butthole? What's the direction?
The answer is deep enough.
So the butthole goes into your stomach or what?
Look at a.
I don't want that.
Okay, well.
You know what kind of? I'll be put on a special list for Google searching what's in a butthole. So there's no wall.
There's a turn. You got to make a hard right.
Okay, a hard right, huh?
Yeah, it's not a wall, but you gotta make that corner.
Interesting. So my other question that I had there was, could we record our dreams to a DVD? Because that seems like, to me, it's like if we can go to Universal Studios or Disney and we take pictures and we come back, we can look at that moment in time, everything about it, crystal clear. That's so fucked up to me.
Wait,
like, that
what?
doesn't make any sense.
Hang on, what? What are you saying?
It doesn't make any sense.
A dream?
No, like the fact that we can do that with a camera. Like right now, we're recording a sound. Like that's even weird. Like people are listening to a conversation we had weeks, days ago, whatever.
Uh-huh.
The fact that we can do that makes me think that recording our dreams onto a watchable DVD should be not too far off.
I think that's been done more or less, but it doesn't make any goddamn sense when you look at it. It's just like a big. It's like you took the whole video layers of a video and just smashed them on top of each other. And you can like just barely see an elephant in their dream that they captured.
Really? So it has been tested.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of people working on that.
This is scary.
Yeah, there's plenty of people trying to pull it off right now.
And then we could maybe even force ourselves to have certain dreams, and then we could record them, and there'd be no reason for anybody to... Man, that would make, like, making a movie so much easier.
Yeah, well done, because you've reached the rationale of about half the movies made in the 90s.
What do you mean?
Of, like, that, because that's such a movie director conclusion. That's such a movie plot.
A movie plot is let's find a way to record dreams so we don't have to make movies.
Well, no, like what happens when you can record dreams and then you can give your dreams to other people and force them to dream that stuff.
That would be so cool. Mm-hmm. I've had some pretty amazing dreams I wouldn't mind just sitting back and watching.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. And then we could start a dream rental place.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
This
we'd
is
bring
a
back...
good segment. We just talk about our dreams because that's a goddamn well of infinite malarkey.
That is. Yeah, you got any offhand?
I have this one dream that I'm pretty fond of. Where,
like a reoccurring dream?
Yeah, no, this one wasn't reoccurring, but this is definitely one of my favorites where I could suddenly I unlocked like the magical powers that you want when you're like 7, when you can like shoot out Dragon Ball Z energy balls and fly around and stuff, and I was just sitting outside of school. And for a while that kind of tainted just sitting outside of my school. I was like, "Oh yeah, this is where I was standing when I could fly and shoot stuff at other stuff." And it was just the most rewarding thing, even though it never even happened.
Isn't it weird how when you fly in dreams, it actually does kind of give you the sensation of what it would really be like to fly?
Yeah, do you ever have dreams where you can't fly all the way, but you can like hover along the ground? Like one of them suckerfish?
How far off the ground?
Not far. Like you can fly, but you suck at it, and you have to you can only go that high up. So you can just skate along the floor, but you're flying.
No, mine are always like full on flying around trees and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even in your dreams you handicap yourself. yeah.
Well, sometimes I can get it
but-
going. Well, this is usually how it goes. Every once in a while, I'll catch myself in a dream, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm dreaming, gotcha," and then I'll be like, "Oh, well, let's do that flying stuff," and I can't I try to force it because it wasn't a flying dream, but I want it to be, so then I can just kind of hover. Is how it usually plays out.
Yeah, have you ever had dreams where you needed to run away? I think this is a very common thing. You have to run away from some sort of killer or something or a monster, and you can't run really fast.
I really don't have a lot of these common dreams. Like
Really?
people talk about how they get stuck and stuff when they're trying to run away.
Yeah, you can't run fast for some reason.
Yeah, I've had there's only one dream I can even recall. That, and it was I was stuck in the driveway, it was melted, and that's the only time that's ever happened.
I have a dream that one day we will all be equal. No,
Finish that.
No.
Oh wow, you all right?
I don't know if that was a thing that he said, but so my dream, one of them that I had when I was really young, and I remember it to this day. It's a scary dream. Myself and my sister and my 2 cousins, who are about our same age, we're playing in our front yard, and it's night, and everybody's just gone. There's nobody around, our parents, there's nobody in the neighbors, nothing. And up the road, coming down the road, there's a tractor slowly coming down the road. And you can see a glowing red eyes of whatever's driving it. And we're panicking. We have to go run from it, but we don't run from it. We're trying to get in the house, and the house won't open, and we're trying to run, but we're not going anywhere. And it's just slowly creeping up towards us. And that's all the dream is. Just I don't know how long it is, but it's just that, and it's so freaky.
You'd like that It Follows movie.
No, I wouldn't. If it's that, then no.
It's about this thing that possesses or it looks like random people, and it's always walking really slowly towards you.
This podcast is supposed to be silly and fun, not scary.
I'm sorry. Whoopsie. Well, Mick, I guess I shit my pants again.
Oh, Goofy! Remember we were doing a little skit of Mickey running a hospital, and for some reason you kept coming in, telling Mickey that you wanted your testicles put back on?
Well, Mick, I accidentally lost my testes. Go, huh?
Aw, not again, Goofy!
Oh, what do you mean again, Mick?
You were just in here the other day with the same problem.
I don't remember that part, Mick.
Aw, have you been drinking again?
I'm drinking right now. Glug, 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 glug.
Well, Dan, thank you for all those answers to my questions
Yeah,
this week.
I'd also like to I was gonna say thank you for enjoying that Guestrant mini game we were gonna pull out there. Even though we're not going to now because the podcast is over.
There's always another podcast, you fool.
Damn it!
Yeah, that's what I thought. Next podcast, we're going to play all new games, including Name for Josh's Shoe Vlogs. I've got a couple names that I want to go over for you. We're also going to be playing a new game called For Goodness Cakes. And what does that one have to do with Mick?
Oh, well, Goof, that's where we talk about cakes. Oh, I'm sorry, I said cakes, but I meant cocks.
It's always a topic here. What was the name of this? The Hoop-de-Doo podcast? What was it this week?
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Lollygaggers. Again, the
go.
best #1 video game podcast in America and the world, for that matter. I was joined today by our lovely co-host, Joshua Thomas. I'm Dan Goslin. Thank you for just gaming on.
Yep, game on, fuckers.
Yep, game on, you fucking idiots.
Nom, 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 nom.